All right, real talk. If you're here for a PVS 14 killer video, you're in the wrong building. It hasn't come out yet in the digital world, and I don't think it's anytime soon. But that's not what we're here for. But what we do have here today is a real world shootout between two civilian digital night vision systems, and one of them punches above its weight. Now, in the real world, digital systems have not caught up to the old analog systems, and that's why the cost of analog systems is still in the thousands of dollars. We can't afford $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for a single tube PVS 14, and let's just forget about $13,000, $14,000 for a really nice set of duals. And then you've got the whole world of white phos versus green phos, and we'll get to that later. So we're going to take a look at two different systems. One of them's a little bit older, one of them is fairly new, the Sigman and the Accazo. And these are two very, very competitively priced digital systems. So let's get into it, and we're going to show you guys what we learned and what would best suit you if you're in the market for a digital night vision system. Now, before anybody gets weird in the comments, these are not military grade by any stretch of the imagination. We're not comparing Gen 3 L3 Harris tubes. We're not even comparing your stock military grade PVS 14 or anything a SWAT team might be running. It's a different universe, different price bracket, and a different mission. These are digital NVGs built for observation, property security, wildlife spotting, and general low light awareness. And I'll be honest with you, they're kind of fun to run around with because you can see things you never could before. Inside that lane, both of these units actually are legit, but they're not equal. So let's break it down. Okay, we're gonna start with the Accazo Seymour 200. For the money, this thing is solid. And in some situation, the image quality, pretty close to the Sigman. Where the Accazo shines, no contest, is the color night vision. So you get to see everything in color that you would normally just see in a green or white interface. And it's the best color night vision that you could see in this category. In low light environments, colors stay readable and real, and that's a big deal for scanning your surrounding property lines and tracking movement in mixed lighting. The other thing is these things are ridiculously lightweight. Like, you could pick it up, not be sure if it was a device or a Hot Wheels accessory. That's a pro for comfort for sure, because a lot of times we're mounting these on a helmet that is already heavy. If you have a ballistic helmet, man, that gets really, really heavy really quick. I know I have a PVS 14 with a ballistic helmet, and after a couple hours wearing that thing, you feel like you need to go to the chiropractor for a neck adjustment. But that's not the case with these. In fact, if you were wearing a bump helmet, which are much lighter than a ballistic, and you had this strapped on it, you probably wouldn't even feel it after hours and hours of use. And that's a pro for comfort, but it does feel less sturdy than the Sigma. Mounting is also, well, better than most at this price tier. You get solid quarter 20 mounts on both top and bottom, and that gives you a lot more sturdy setup, because you can get some of these less expensive digital systems. So you've got a good color night vision, very lightweight, and a good solid mount. Okay, respect. Once you move past those highlights, the newer tech, almost 2 years newer, and the Sigman really starts to pull away. Now the Sigman CNVPRO, this is where the performance gap shows up in real darkness. First, you have the monochrome IR clarity. CNVPRO gives bright, detailed IR images that cut through fog and total darkness better than the Accazo. And the illuminator is way more powerful, with 4 IR levels that actually matter outside of a backyard. In total darkness, the Sigman just sees more, clearer and farther. Second, it has a visible built-in white light. Sounds minor until you're navigating or searching, or you need an instant white light without swapping gear or mounting something else that's going to add weight to your helmet. Third, the sensor in the glass Sigman has is high quality. It's a Sony sensor, and it's an f.8 aperture. That's fast glass. That means it's going to pull in more light in dusk or ambient low light. It pulls detail without crunchy digital noise that you see with the cheaper units. And their AI processing balances out bright and dark areas better, less washout, less black crush, more usable photos, a more usable sight picture. Range is another separating line, and that matters when you're out wildlife spotting or looking for deer or coyote, which is another great use for these at night. If you're coyote hunting, wanting to get rid of some varmints, or late evening deer hunting, it's a big deal. And anything moving on the property edge is going to be caught by this. The Sigman wins because of the optical zoom. A lot of these units have just a digital zoom, but they actually have a 2 times optical zoom in the glass and up to 8 times digital. So it gives you a stable close-up at actual distance. The Accazo is all digital and a digital zoom on any device looks cool on the box and really ugly in real life. Accazo advertises a 16 power digital zoom. That's not practical at all because what you get is a constant cropping in of the same image. It's not actually zooming, it's just cropping in. So you get more pixelation. If there's digital noise, you're going to see it worse and worse as you start to crop in on that image. And you're going to need something much higher resolution in order to make a crop look good. That's where these digital units kind of lose, is because there's no actual optical zoom, but the Sigman has that. Now for battery life. The Seymour 200 ships with 2 batteries, but they don't last long. And that's been a known issue since the Kickstarter phase. And we've owned pre-production units. You're always managing battery life constantly. And it gets really frustrating when you're trying to get out and really do some amazing things with these units. Sigman's runtime is dramatically better. Less swapping, more time actually observing. Recording puts the Sigman ahead too. It can take 52 megapixel photos, true 4K video. So that's actually a really big deal. It also has a built-in mic so you can record some clean audio as well. The Accazo records in HD, not 4K. If you're documenting movement, scouting, or filming hunts, the resolution is really going to matter. Also, the Sigman's 3-year warranty is best in class, and that's also a big deal because sometimes you get to year 2 and if you've heavy used one of these, maybe something breaks. But they have that 3-year warranty, which is really incredible. Okay, well, we've reached this point. Let's put all the marketing and all the numbers in the trash can and go real world. We staged a simple visibility test in bamboo with a ghillie suit in daylight, plate carriers in multiple colors, and the same setup at night. That ghillie suit confusion camo out of Germany, it absorbs IR. So what you're seeing here isn't they hid better, it's material science doing its job. And notice the plates, the coyote carrier disappears harder than the green or woodland under IR. That's not theory, that's what it looks like with both devices. Where the Accazo holds its own is the color night vision in partial light. But once it gets truly dark, the Sigman gives a cleaner separation between contrast and more usable target definition. Now, Sigman isn't perfect. Bottom quarter 20 mount is a little too shallow. Tripod stabilization can get sketchy at some angles. It works, but it should be deeper. And the micro SIM slot, criminally tight. If you don't have child-sized hand, it feels like you're trying to defuse a bomb just to pull the card out. It's annoying, but it's not a deal breaker. So what is the call? If you want ultra lightweight, best in tier color night, solid mounting on a modest budget, the Accazo Seymour 200 deserves respect. But if your mission is actual darkness, stronger IR clarity, longer range identification, optical zoom stability, and a better battery life with 4K documentation, better all user friendliness, the Sigman CNVPRO is the better tool. We chose a Sigman because clarity in the dark beats clever marketing every time. So when it comes down to it, let's make it. And if you want to check the pricing, I'll pin that in the links in the description. And full disclosure, some of those are affiliate links. So make sure you use those. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it helps the channel out and it helps us to be able to bring you more of this content. So use those links below. Hey guys, Future John here, and I was about to publish this video and we got a call, or rather an email from Sigman that actually said they're going to give a special deal to our audience here at Survival Dispatch. So between now and December 1st, you have a few days. Their Black Friday deal that they are extending to our audience is a 25% off. So that drives the price of the Sigman down even lower than the Accazo for this specific deal. $179 if you're looking for something to get you into this world. I can't think of a better opportunity to do it now. So take advantage of that. It's going to be linked in the description below, and you guys can go and hit that link and go over and purchase yours for really an incredible price. So don't miss out on that. And grab the one that fits your use case and makes the most sense for you. We're not here to dog either one of these. We're just here to give you guys an honest gear review. And from all of us here at Survival Dispatch, thank you for staying to the end of the video. If you guys want to see more gear tests like this, hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment what you guys would like to see us test next and do some comparison videos on. Until we see you guys the next time, I'm John with Survival Dispatch. Stay sharp, stay prepared, and remember, in the end, God wins. We'll see you then.